In the previous lesson on translating English into Latin, we learned how to analyze a sentence before we translate. Analyze the sentence. What case would each noun be? What person would the verb be? Identify each Latin word, including declension conjugation. Put the correct endings on each Latin word. We now need to look at how to analyze and translate other elements in a sentence. A word preceded by, of, must be in the genitive case. We identify a genitive noun with g. The brother of the leader sees the girl. The Latin word for leader is dux, ducis. Dux, ducis is in the third declension. The stem of dux, ducis is duke. The genitive singular ending for the third declension is is. Of the leader, ducis. A word preceded by, for, must be in the dative case. We identify a dative noun with d. The friend buys food for the slave girl. The Latin word for slave girl is ancilla, anculae. Ancilla, anculae is in the first declension. The stem of ancilla, anculae is ancil. The dative singular ending for the first declension is ae. For the slave girl, anculae. A word preceded by to is in the dative case, if it shows someone giving something to someone. The friend gives food to the slave girl. However, if to means going to somewhere, the preposition ad is used, followed by a noun in the accusative case. The friend goes to the shops. A word preceded by, or with, or from, must be in the ablative case. We identify an ablative noun with ab. The girl attacks the man with a sword. If the noun is a person, the preposition ab, is used, followed by a noun in the ablative case. The father sees the girls with the young men. Other prepositions are translated by their Latin equivalents. Make sure that each preposition is followed by a noun in the correct case. The slaves go from the city. The slaves go into the woods. Function words can be translated from English by using their direct Latin equivalents. Care needs to be taken with word order. Tamen is never the first word of a sentence. We identify a function word in analysis with f. However, the slaves are drinking the wine. The same principles that you learned in the previous lesson still apply. You must analyze a sentence before you translate. Analyze the sentence. What case would each noun be? What person would the verb be? Identify each Latin word, including declension conjugation. Put the correct endings on each Latin word. You now have more factors to consider, but the process is exactly the same.